what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow in this stream of knowledge. Together we'll grow.
Vixerbot says.
T minus 4 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow in this stream of knowledge. Together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do.
Stream about to start. 1 minute left.
As we dive into uncharted lands, new discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow in this stream of knowledge. Together we'll grow.
Good morning. Sorry for being a bit late. I had to help my kids. So I thought better me doing it before I started than you having to wait. Also, I think my breakfast could call a bit. It doesn't matter. It's just as good cold. Oatmeal with lingonberry jam, that is. Almost as good. I think it's better, actually, more. So good still. So, let's see. I have milk and everything here. I didn't start the phone. No. Let's click on it. It takes a few seconds to start. Good Monday morning. Is there ever such a thing? So, I'm thinking C++, and my brain is not really awake yet, but we'll see. Right. Oh. So I just got a message from the person helping us sell a house. Okay, goody good. There. So. Oh, it remembered me having something selected. That was just random. So I don't really remember where we were, actually. I think I kinda do, though. Let's see if the program runs. So I click this, then the start. So, CD and CP, and here we have it. So if we do /, well, that's good, I guess. Yeah, it will kind of like stop there, but it's not really listening yet or anything, or trying to send stuff. And if we do the incorrect file folder path. It's not. It's an OK folder. Yeah, so that worked. But why didn't this? Home Kelly shells. So, just to make sure that this exists. There, I was actually thinking of Elicit. Not going there. That's tired for you. So there's something wrong in the code. So let's look at that first. It was when we were receiving, yeah, and this is just new. So we get incorrect file folder path, though we shouldn't. Meaning it goes in here but fails. And it should also go in here, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 arguments. So more or equals to 4. And then we run this. And if this fails, we'll get this message. So set destination path. Argument 3. So incorrect file folder path, and it's correct, the correct path. So if it had been saying like 9999, we would have been on the wrong number, but it's double checked to be correct. So let's go to this. I think you could like click it, right? Yeah, control click. Someone mentioned it another day. So yeah, right, I just changed this. So there's probably something wrong with my changing it. So this is good. Good. So since I also made a set original. Why did I do original? Origin. I was kinda tired then, right? Origin destination. Well. That was just when we was about to end, right? So am I excused? I don't think so. That was odd. So this one, will this work? It will probably have the same error, right? Just to confirm. Not the same error. It realized it was a folder. That is interesting, because we do exactly the same thing in both, right? Though this one is path and this one is just path, which we don't need anymore, cause right? Let's see. Oh, I see the error. So this is supposed to be here. And this is supposed to be here. Hej gubben! Ja, jag streamar som du ser på skylten. Men gubben! Det börjar klockan 8 varje måndag morgon. Okay, so my hubby has a problem with being seen. So it was, but there was a sign on the door and he didn't see it, so So he was just now going to work. He's always a bit late. In my mind, late. So let's make this path now, because we don't have more complicated things. And that's easier, right? Origin path, destination path. And these are, and this is not set here, or rather this doesn't exist, or yeah, this will, since it had another name, it would try to set it to this thing that's a const. What is that error? Set path would also, no, it would not be a const. So the actual set path, no, the one with the argument. Path is the one we are setting, it's not const. And then we have the path that we get in as input, just to confirm that this works, so that we saw it worked though, right? So if it's a file or a directory, set the in path to path. Yeah, and this is because this is actually not supposed to be set to something else. That is actually supposed to be dest path. The problem was that in this one there were no path because I had renamed it. So this one is supposed to be here. This is the difference between these. This one sets the one called path and this the one dest path. So there. So I don't know, because I renamed this one, it kind of became funny, right? I must have not read it when I don't know what I did. So path, in path, and then we check the in path if it's okay. We set the in path to the path, which is the one we're sending back, not the actual local or whatever in the object one. Then we print what we set it to. Path supplied. Yeah, so this should work now. So let's save it. The little dot will disappear. And and now it works. Oh, and it kind of freezes because it's halfway through the network stuff. So receive, that's the one that didn't work, right? Yeah, so that works. It just, the difference is it doesn't make a list because it's trying to receive the list first. So now we have to make it send the list and receive the list. So actual networking now. So this bit works. Let's minimize these again. Not that they're big. But it's kind of a sign that they are not actively being worked on. So we have all these confirm the format too. Is sending and receiving, IP port, path, original, origin is better. Origin path, destination path. And then we have the enum files. And it's always recursive, right? So let's keep it like this for now and do the networking. And this is networking stuff now. Init connection. Then we're actually going to create a send file list now. So the init connection, it checks if it's send mode or so if it's send mode, it init sender, and then if it's receiver, it init receiver, then it init TCP socket for both, and then it does make connection and listen for connection. And this might not really be, yeah, because it's still the initialization, right? So this is how far we actually run it, I think. We just do init connection. So let's see, here we have send file list, and here we have receive file list. So let's actually make these run. Oh, look, it's a big N. I did a search replace and it kinda went bad. These I fixed, but not the one down there. So right, let's check also what category. Yeah, it's suffering. That's kind of odd. I usually am not in that. So there, just added a bit to the text. So since this is a bit part of the studies too, I'm thinking a bit about actually doing a iRoll stream later on the actual channel there. I plan to do it. So I'm thinking we'll take a quick break and actually set this up, because I don't know how much time it will take, so I don't want to do it last. So oh, this one was blue yesterday too, now it's red. It's all the Twitch stream videos. So I was actually going here, and maybe this is not the thing to do. I'm sorry, but I'm changing my mind because I will have to mess about with 2 streamer bots, I think, too. Because you can only have 1 account. And I don't want it to send... Well, it's a bot sending the messages, right? We can't check chat or anything. So, for streamer bot to be able to remotely see when I tell it to start stream, I would have to do it in this channel, which is not correct. So I'm going back on that, and we won't. It was just an impulse to do that now. Let's ignore it and let's continue with this instead, because I think that will take like all stream, and I want to do this too. So I'll have to do it at a focused opportunity. So I am online, right? Just double checking. Since OBS kinda says I've been online for 7 seconds. Or could it be minutes? Looked like seconds. So I seem to be there. Yeah, it's just a bit delayed. Okay. I don't trust the OBS numbers very much. Oh, they're jumped and says 27. So don't trust the OBS numbers. Twitch stats, that is. So that's a more realistic number. Let's continue with this now. So we just activated that these two are actually run. But we have not yet today looked in the actual files. So let's go through and remember. So we have IP port, right, because now they're declared here. They're defined here at least. IP port. Okay, so why doesn't it complain? Because new local ones are made. That was a bug. Well, now it's fixed. That's because I was copying stuff. Or rather, I was moving everything. Last time I moved it to several files. So the classes have their own files. Oh boy. So that's good. Right, so I made a close socket there last time. Let's check if they are actually. And they wouldn't be -1 in case. I think they're -1 only when I set it, but I might also have set it to whatever it is from the start. I never like. They could. I don't think in C++ they're like automatically initialized to something, right? I don't remember. I don't care. I always want to set my own stuff anyway. So maybe they just have a random value too. So if we go back here and we look at the first part of the init connection, it does the init sender, init receiver, and it's these. The only difference is that this one has an IP too. And I switched these from being the constructors because I think this is better. And the receiver will just listen on any. Yeah, that's correct. Oh my. Then both do this bit. I think I'll actually pull up the page where I got it from. But I know that several other places have the same. So for server, which is the receiver, we have the socket first, and in the here we have the socket 2. Then we have the step defining server address, and for the server it is this in add any that we are using as the IP, and port, which we have the one running the program set, and this is the same for both. And for this one, wait, what? They have the same. Okay, so not a good page to look at because it's actually buggy. The client stages have server address in them. Whatever. They've just copied. So the third step, binding, and over here it's connecting. So that's the difference. But these steps are the same for both. The same, so that's why we have this is just getting the information, and this is like step 1 and step 2. We set all of the information here. Then we have make or listen to for, which is here. So make connection or listen for connection. So the receiver will listen and the sender will make the connection. And then we'll send the file list over. But we need more steps, I think. Let's look at that. That's why we're doing this. So right, we have also the init TCP socket. That's what I was going for, without remembering the name here. So if we go back to this, after the server, yeah, here we have the make and listen. So let's start with the server bit, which is the listen for. It does the bind, and then listen, and then accept. So we have actually three different three things there. And if anyone has a tip on how to not make these pop-ups hop up so quickly. So since it was a bit since I typed this, I wrote this code, I want to double check. So we combined socket address to that size, and then we listen on this. And here is what TCP socket is. And here we set that this address is connected to this. Or rather, here we do it, but there too, but that's for the sending. Then we do the listen thingy, and this is more like setting how many connections can be queued, I think. N for number, I guess. And then we do the accept, which is what actually waits until something is sent. So when we run this, it starts listening. Then what it's supposed to do with
John
this when it
Rosemary
gets
says,
it.
Good morning.
Good morning. So yeah, and then we have when it's actually connected, then we go to the receive data later. And yeah, the make connection, then we have the make connection too, not just the listen for. So make connection, I guess maybe I should put these under, but I have send a receiver kind of thing here. But we would want to listen first. Yeah, we'll probably have to like decide that that's the way it is. And my tummy grumbles, so let's take another bite of breakfast. So, instead of using this, the client goes straight from these to the connect. And then the sending data. So this is what we're about to get to. The sending and receiving of data. And I think we have stuff for the receiving, but this is kind of similar to that bind. So we have send data, we have that too, right, because it's just send. And receive data. So this of course needs to be changed, because we will need the message sent back. This was just to get the Yeah, you're on the right side, so I wasn't showing you my left screen. So I'm thinking, how do I usually do the strings here? I don't. Yeah, it's std string. So I'm kinda outdated here. There. Yeah, we need to change it here too. Receive data. Which gives us a new include that we need to move because it's already in here. There. So now it knows what it is. So yeah, just receive data. And I saw someone having 4,000 there instead. Yeah, and someone said that we don't need to do this, but so let's actually make a should we make a temporary one here? Or can we use itself? I think we want one here. Like, I have my food in the way. Can't type. Let's see, finish. Breakfast. So why do I make it a string? I guess that's not actually correct, right? So this should be something else probably. We'll have to make it more complicated later. Or maybe we'll have two sorts, two different versions. But let's keep it string for now, for the first tests. And someone said that this is automatically done when the buffer is here, that it's set to 0. But since the example I saw had this, that's why I did it. Though they actually just did it up here. But if they do it up here, and if I'll do it several times, I'm thinking we'll need it. Why have it in the example if it's not, you know? So we need to receive. Let's make a bit of it. Let's keep it very simple for now. So we cleared this buffer. And then I heard that this actually clears it. So we'll see if it's necessary or not. So rest of bytes is an int. And it puts stuff into the buffer. So what I was thinking was to add here just add whatever it is if we do it several times, you know, and just starting with sending the list and printing it, nothing else as the first test. This file list. Though I guess it's better to send it over in the file in the format that it is in. But just as a test. I'm just looking here. Here. So here it takes this. So let's no, let's not change that. Let's just copy this because we're not actually going to print it even later. So we don't need to make a variable for it. So the buffer, the string one, I guess it's position and length, right? Oh, if I hold it here, will it? Here. Constructor basic string. Const char pos n. Doesn't say anything really, right? But I'm guessing it makes this to a string. And we don't have a semicolon. So now the receiving end will try and receive stuff. And this, it returns whatever it received when it is kind of like finished, right? No, because this is still while true, so we'll never stop. We'll just hang there. Here is where we need to, this is what we need to check. So I'm just checking my phone. Right, I need to send a message to my kid's school too. I'm going to check on my kids so that I can see that he's actually fallen asleep. Yeah, I think yes. Which is a good thing, though it's not the best time of the day, but he's actually sleeping in his bed. And that's like once in 2 weeks or something. So I'm just typing a message in Swedish and I can't talk at the same time in English. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but I'm done now. So my kid has very big sleeping problem. He sleeps in his bed like once every 2 weeks. And he just fell asleep, and his teacher is going to call him at 12, which is 2.5 hours. And he'll probably sleep for 12 hours. Or 16 hours, probably. So, I had to explain the whole thing, because last time she kind of sounded annoyed that he was actually sleeping then too, but just on his chair, and I couldn't wake him up. They are very aware of the problems, and they're coming along to meetings and stuff, so it's not that they're... Though that teacher has not been there. I got milk all over the place here. So, there. Let's actually finish the food, so I'm done with it and can focus it all the way. Right. So I was like thinking, can we do, how does it work? And it's just break, right? Let's we can change it later. No, I'm tapping on the wrong page. There. So if the file is finished, you know, we didn't get any bytes. And then we have let's do something similar to this, but not. This is just for getting started. Then we'll also return it just to right, so we have the connection issues bit too, so we have a bit of checking here. And then the sending needs to actually send to, and that's the send data. So actually let's move this there. So I just got a reply and cancelled today's lesson with my kid. Why did I even paste it there? I don't know. Again, no STD. Yeah, because we're not really going to do it here anyway, right? Are we? So let's not do this here. Let's instead just return it, meaning this needs to be currently anyway STT string which we already have there. So if we cut this now, there. All right. I was like, why does it have a red underline there? So it's still kinda, it's just outside everything, because for some stupid reason these are wrong, and I guess it's because of the formatting before. It auto-formatted when I started writing this without even testing anything in my Windows machine. Well, I guess that this is not a good temporary thing, because this won't be just printed, but we need to actually test something. I can't just type a lot of code that I've never done anything close to and do it all at once. Not that I don't usually do, but so this is just sending it on, though it won't actually. We'll save it. So now it's over here. This is where the data is actually saved in this vector, the file list. So it's actually supposed to be saved there, not printed. So it's not supposed to be returned. But, so I'll have to undo that again. Actually, I guess we might as well. We will need we'll need to output things there anyway. So let's undo this. There, and there, and oh, that's annoying. There. Let's fix these again. So there, so this let's actually just, this is where we should make the temporary thing. There, and then we'll change this one. So we're not making this something. It doesn't have to be anything but void for now. Maybe a bool. That's what I kind of do here to make sure things don't fail. So we also need to send it, but let's double check this first. I'm thinking the format to send it. And I was thinking of JSON before, but I think it also has its own way of sending stuff. We'll see which is the easiest. Maybe it's just easier to do it the right way from start. Just wanted to double check the message there. So oh, I managed to type something. So we're making a buffer, and this is a char buffer. So we're clearing the buffer. will receive from our connected socket the buffer, the length, and I don't know what flags there could be. Did we check that it didn't error? Oh, I'm so sorry. And this should actually return, because we can't do this forever, right? It's a good thing I read it. What do we want to return? I guess we'll just return empty. Because we don't want to return something halfway, and so we can use that as an error. If nothing was received, then that was an error. Some kind of error. Just need a quick go down with the milk, quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okej. Okej. Det kommer att hjälpa. Ah, there, so my kid needed some help too. So, again, where were I? So, we'll return in case it's there was an error, and we return nothing, meaning we can pick up on that later when we have more advanced things here. Now we're just printing it. So we'll automatically see that there was nothing. And in case there were no data, then we return it. And if there were no data, it will still be nothing. So, but if something was received, it will get it there. So now for the other one. The send data doesn't return anything, but it sends stuff. So we'll have to, of course, get an error bit fixing in here too. So this will probably be a bool, just if it succeeded or not. But for now, testing. We're just going to send. The question is how? How do we send it? So we can start by just sending test, right? And it's TCP talk that. The only thing now is that we need something to test with. We can't listen and send on the same port on the same machine. I guess we'll use the... I'm thinking, should we use my VS8 to... Is it good enough? The IPs are kinda odd, you know? And the IP of the I'm thinking it would be easier to have two VMware machines. And I am like, am I on Windows or what? Yes, I am, but not really. So let's see. I'm just checking chat. I'm sorry that I was gone for a bit there. Also, we could just set up another VM. I've been kind of meaning to. And it's kind of more nice. Let's do it so we actually can use it later instead. And I recently downloaded Kali, but that was for the Raspberry Pi, so we can't use that image. So we'll actually need to get a new Kali one. Because I want 2 at least Kali machines, and I will, since this is only Linux so far, you know, we could make a Windows one, but not for testing basic. So we wanna just download. Maybe we should take one of the virtual machine images. I've never done that. Maybe. VMware Weekly. Oh, so I don't even have to install updates. Seriously? That's nice. So let's get this one. It should be kind of quick. While we wait, let's Google. I actually think I have it up already. So let's. And I'm thinking, is Googling the right thing to do? We can check these so we don't have lots of stuff open that we don't need. So this is for multiple clients. We could probably learn something from just looking at the code. That was my thought. Well, this is not what I'm looking for now. We can Google later, you know. I did not want to open menus. Is some setting in my Windows that always seem to like pop things up? No, they're not doing it, but I just... What? Introduction to the programming language. Yeah, this is TCP example. Yeah, I was trying to find an example. I didn't find anything, I think. But we can make a new Google. Maybe this was my example, or one of the links at least. And they have a client and server files, so I guess, yeah, it's kind of short. Here it does a memset. If data is exit. Okay, nice. Send. So they have very much two programs. I'm just curious of the length of the include list for these tiny programs. So it's almost done, the download. We can get started. Or just, I'll finish reading it. It's not long. So bind. And they have this just outside of the F, which is kind of ugly in my mind. Lesson 5. So it also clears the memory. There we have the receive. Yeah, we need some communication like this with the exit. Like it was aborted, you know? There was nothing interested in there. Oh, I think I just opened lots of links. I've never even seen this. I can't read a thing. Here we have the steps simpler. No scrolling needed. Socket types. Yeah, we don't want that kind of code, right? So it's downloaded and everything. Let's just see if they have anything like special good here. I should probably have read this one first. It seems to be more explanations, but now I've already figured it out. So enhancements to server code. Well, we can keep this one up. So let's actually new virtual machine. Right. Let's actually move this one. Oh. It's F. F. And this is sipped. So I just opened this and it wants an ISO. I was thinking, well, if it can do a sipped one, then we don't have to unzip. Too little to wait to do anything else between, right? Or should we? I should read it all. I feel like I should read it all. I can clean out some tabs. Okay, so these are when I search for code examples, I pop those up. Oh yeah, this is no? That's not the Windows one. I found a Windows one. Okay, let's close this. 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 This is some kind of link I got, I think. Oh well, let's see now. Oh, right. So this is actually like... Oh, it's not an ISO. I'm not sure I really want this, but let's try it. And now it's in ISOs, so I shouldn't have put it here. Why didn't I extract it first? That's the question. Anyway, we have at least extracted it. It will be very slow because this one is connected by USB 3. So where do I have my directory? This is from when we tested the Blackarch thingies, and I haven't touched them since. The kind of warning text on the page where you downloaded it was like, don't use this, right? There will be conflicts. Okay. So, oh, it's still unzipping it. So let's... Yeah, I was thinking it's just one file. That's odd. But it wasn't finished. So let's actually... So we had it at F, right? No. We have virtual machines on F2. Oh, I put the Windows machines here. Maybe we should have it here then. That's why the Windows machines are so slow. That's very odd, by the way. Let's just abort this. Yeah, so the first file was hopefully done extracting, and then it couldn't finish the second one. I'm thinking, am I stupid doing this? Probably. Let's abort it again. Just I feel like I'm boring when I just wait. So I'm thinking, instead of this, and that drive was so slow because it's already writing to it was so slow because it's already doing the zip thingy, right? And it's USB 3, so it can't really do lots of things at once. Come on. Almost there. Oh. Should take the opportunity to move a bit, right? Let's, instead of looking for an ISO, I guess what we want is to like open, right? And we want to go to the virtual machines. I think we wanted a shorter name of that one, do we? Yeah. So let's do that. what should we call it? So this is the image one. So let's call it image. And it's actually done. So there were lots of files there at the end. So far I've only used ISOs when installing them, so I guess it's good to have this done at least. We'll keep the zip file until we see if I just like squish the first file. Well, this directory won't exist, so it doesn't update. No, what's wrong now? Alright, I put it on E, not on F. So why did I leave the directory there? Yeah, that's confuzzling, right? Having a directory still there. So 2 gigs, 4 processors. That's a funny combination. So this will just be used for simple things, which is kind of apparent by the 2 gigs of memory. So why? Well, I guess we'll leave it at 2. The name was still there. I'm tired. So, how was your weekend? Oh no. The horrible background. You know, changed mine. Okay. This is another problem. I guess this will have some kind of... what's the password? It was Kali. Well, it was the first thing I tried, so... Okay. I guess we shouldn't have the same background. Though. Well, let's just... Oh. We'll need to change the size. We can't control, right? So... and I can't tab between the tabs. So I'll have to click here. That's annoying. That's quite annoying. There must be a command to switch between them, right? I was not actually going for this, but we need that anyway. So I'll just open Notepad and
Too Fantastic says, how is the Progress Fixit 42 wave?
good morning. The thing is that to be able to test the network thingy, I want another VM so we can test it on 2 machines. So where we downloaded the Kali already installed image. So I'm just about to check the network settings here. So we can probably drag this one, right? So we don't have to have it all over there. And I was going to check also the font, the terminal, because I don't want it to be that tiny. So let's see what we have on this one. Because this is kind of nice, right? The size. I think it's probably 20, it's 18. Maybe I should have it 20. Well, and I'm thinking to tab again, but I know I have to go up here and click. I don't have the shortcut. Can we like rename this one? That's so much too long name. So Kali image. You can be allowed the space. So now we should have tinier Kali and Kali from image. So let's change the font to 18 then. There. I believe I have some other settings there too, but yeah. We have to remove it's I really hate that it's transparent. There. So now. So we have a normal one. So 192.168.233.132, and this is Kali image. So I just made a little file there with the IPs. So those are very close to each other. So now I'm curious, can we ping the other one? And I'm typing in the notepad. I'm just gonna save this as VM IPs. There. So right, I was typing ping, only it ended up in the other one. 132 is this one. So that should be good. So all we have to do is to get the file over there. And we can't use our own tool to do that because it's not finished yet. And because this is annoying is a reason I'm doing this. So I guess we can ping this one from here too. 192, 168, 233, 232, right? So oh, sorry. So I'm thinking HTTP maybe, or is it easier with Netcat? I think Netcat. Maybe I should practice just getting a file. Yeah. So now we're on the normal one, right? No, we're on the normal one. Like, so I know what machine. Of course we need to compile it before we transfer the file. You can always make a anyway. So Python 3. Let's do 8,000 there. So that bit's ready. So let's check back to the code. One of them sending text, the other one is printing what it's receiving, and we haven't even compiled it to see if it works. So let's do this first. Oh my. I'm sorry. That's Monday mornings. You can redeem some movie to redeem, so I wake up more. Right, I should fix some stuff there too. I have videos ready to pop up, but I haven't put them there. Yeah, so this one, the file NCP should be right there. And this is what I really need to practice, because I don't really transfer files very often. So I don't trust my memory here. And it's not really my notes either I'm looking for. So let's open Firefox again. I should actually have notes for this. Alright, you're on the wrong screen. I just googled, so download files from shell. And we get in curl. And I know I have these in my notes, you know, the exact commands, but I want to really remember them and take the opportunity to research them a bit better. So we're not at network exploration, but I might though have. I don't think I have it here though. So I could have had for copying files. So I'm just checking because I want to think where is the best place to have this in my notes. Right? Because I want to be able to find this quickly. And I'm looking for the Netcat file copy now, and I know I have it here. So if we do nc like copy, it finds all the words with nc in them, even though we have the space there. So, oh my goodness. Wide copy successful. Oh well, this okay. You can't search for Netcat. It's in all the notes. It's in all the notes. This annoys me. So I don't think I have it here. Where would I look? Where did I start with looking? I'm thinking this is actually here. Yeah, I think I would use it here. And I think I have the notes here. It's a Netcat file copy. Because I want to make notes about things, you know. So let's put the other notes in the same place, because this is kind of logical. When would you need it? When you want to, when you're on a Linux machine and you want to copy files to it, right? That's when you, or from it, that's when you want it. If you're on a Windows machine, you want to use Linux commands. So just make sure that I don't have any notes on this on the web exploration. So this is logical. Let's make upload. We probably can't use that character, right? Download. Well, let's add copy in case I search for copy and I'm like, where on earth did I put it? And let's move this one over here. So I guess my other notes are just bye-bye. So let's make new notes. We could actually also search for, I know I have curl stuff and bigger stuff. Let's start with curl and take the opportunity to make notes on this. I'm really, oh right, and that was the one there. The same with curl. Okay, different thing. So here I have a note on curl. It's in web, command and tools. Oh, so that's why I didn't find it, because I moved it into a subfolder. I should remember that. And here I have the file name thingies. This logged out. It's kinda useless to have it log out when I'm streaming, you know? Is it in here? I don't think so. Nice to have it up here, but because of this one, I'm moving it down, usually. And on my main one, I have it down because of that. So, settings. Appearance. I'm not sure. Let's see if it's a power manager. Display. Never. See if that's enough. So fix the things as they pop up, right? So here we have O output, write to file instead of std out. So let's not look anymore. Let's not look at Google. Let's test. And we're definitely not on my normal one, right? Let's make a NCP directory here too, and let's see if we can just curl, and I'm going to cheat. There. Oh. I don't have Swedish keyboard. None of the settings are done. This is not a good idea. I'll have to work much more than if I just took the ISO and installed it. And there I can also select to make a kind of minimal thingy, right? Because I don't want this for advanced things. So I'm kind of thinking I won't use this VM. But we need to set the keyboard. So I can't type. I can't even do a dash, you know. And my hand hurts. I'll have to try and have this on another way. So I should get a mouse pad. The wooden table is kind of hard on this. Do we have anything like software? No. Whatever. What else? So we were settings. Keyboard. Layout. Yeah, I want to use system defaults. I want to change system defaults, thank you. Where but here would we do that? This is annoying. Well, I just wanted to see what it looks like. So now I can add things. What's this? Oh my. So there's lots, but if I do to Swedish, I'll get the normal one right. Oh, we can remove that one. I assume this will save it. Yeah, I can do a dash. Though this would actually be funny to just do this. Oh, I forgot the port. That was a very helpful error message. Yeah. Exactly. It's very helpful. I'm kinda like amazed by the error messages of curl. Good program. Applause. Look, port 80. Oh right, I'm on the wrong port. And when I just tested to see what it looked like, it says, oh, this could mess up your terminal. Use this. And tells us exactly what we were going to do. I like it. So, fail to open. I'm kind of feeling this machine, you know? It's very odd. I don't like it. So, don't I have permissions to write there? What's the problem? It's a directory. Oh, okay. So the problem was just that I called the file the same name as there was already a directory. And it, of course, didn't download it with the same name. So I just failed to go into the directory I created. So now we have NCP here. On another machine that we actually did it, compiled it. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the but I guess this is what will always happen, and this is practice, and it's good to practice. So now we're getting the output. And this one will receive, I guess, meaning we should start this one first. And then we'll type NCP. I should really have... Okay, let's not say I should really have. Let's add it. Because I'm starting to get annoyed at typing receive all the time, right? Alright. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to hop to the other machine and I can't tab. I'll have to go to this up here, so I'll have to learn how to switch the machines. I'm sure there are commands. If you happen to know the command to switch VM machines, because I'm in the stream program, you know, in Windows. I want to switch without having to click stuff. I don't like the mouse if I can avoid it. I don't want to use it. And also it hurts today. So what time? What time is it? So 10:44 means we have a bit more than an hour until making lunchtime and driving my kid to school. So now we can tab. And we can go to NCP, CPP, and we can add, let's see here. So, let's make a few. So, here, this one, I'm going to actually put like that, and then we will OR it with the same, but just a darn S, right? And then we do the same here, so I can just do SR. There. And we can't forget to make the copy notes, because that's important too. So before I continue, I'll just do that. Go back here, and under Linux, upload, download, copy. Let's make a curl here. Let's actually, can I copy this path there? No, but if I type like square parenthesis, it will kind of pop up, right? Let's type curl, so we get the other curl one. File, download, and we have the full information there, but here we just want curl 10 10 10 10 file name output file name there. Whatever is much nicer. Whatever name. So so now I have this easily available, and let's also get wget in here. I mean, you never know what odd limitations there are, right? Never know, you never know. We should also get SCP in here. So, yeah, I kind of thought there was something different here, but just I just thought instead of searching, we can do this, and this is the one we want, and we can actually just click it, and I didn't have much. Well, I guess this could be interesting too. But we have the link. So just for a normal command, it's a capital O here. So let's take this example. Oh, and look, they have that syntax here too with HTTP for curl, which is not what we did. Meaning I'll probably want to look before we make notes. And I'm sorry, I forgot to switch. So I have my normal wget there, and I have my normal curl notes here. And I just added the command. File name, output file, whatever file name. And I have my netcat here. So, and this is what I'm kinda annoyed at. And I found a directory with I wanted to download several files, and then I have to do this and then manually check when the file size is good enough and exit it. So I was like, nah, let's try and do something about this and also learn. So let's fix this note better, but not right now. Let's make sure. I just added these, so this means compile it again and do a test. This works like this. Meaning I broke it. So that was a send. Oh, look. I missed this bit. So, of course, I broke it. It has to be the 0 there too. That's when you do it too quickly for yourself, right? So nice. Since we're running the server here, we got an exception. Okay, it was the earlier one. That's interesting though. Had to click before I could. There. Oh my goodness. So, to practice, I'm typing now, and now we can do S, and then it will say set the parameters. Yes, and we will actually do R instead. It will say the same thing. We want to do port 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually doing that, boarding it, because I want it saved. But let's just create let's nano a file. Nano. But I'm thinking if we'll receive here, yeah. And it doesn't really matter because it won't send anything. Okay, so we're receiving on this one. It's waiting for a connection. And I can't switch between them without clicking. I'll have to Google that soon. So if we go back here, and next time we send, and now we need to have the right IP here because it's actually sending. So I'm going to get my notepad up. I'm just copying the IP and we'll paste it here. And we want this directory to be sent here, but now we only have tests being shown at the other side. So not only though, we're doing output while it's copying too. This is very interesting to see what happens. Did I forget something? Oh, we forgot the port number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It exited. So what will we see on the other machine? Test. Receive data test. Full data test. And then we output the thing which is test. Meaning it completed. We have network communication. Woo! So let's just add a sending, like done or something left back. Like though this is TCP. This is TCP.
Kimmery claps.
So we don't need to. Yeah. I watched her stream yesterday, but then I had to fall asleep all the time. So let's see. I guess we'll add more stuff to the code that it actually sends the file list now. And I'm thinking that all the things that I kind of read, I think there was something with the, let's click this thing saying C++. Oh, this is this. We solved this long ago now. Oh, this could be interesting. But I don't think it's that. That's the ray train. Finite ray train. Yeah. Oh, that's solved. So we can close all of these. Because it was so long ago since I did C++. Oh, someone told me to search for that. Okay, so this is some box searching. And I think this is, yeah. I'm just trying to remember what on earth this is and if I can close them down. Okay. That's from a room. We can close this. This was a Troy Hackme room. I'm sure I put that in the notes. Right, we look at lightning, the other stream. So we can close that, or rather hop from it. Right, I helped my mom switch her tires. Done that. Okay. Alright, I got that link from someone too. Okay. Is it actually done with this one? Then we can start the next one. So let's close that. Okay, these are... we got kinda to my bookkeeping thingies. So that means this is uploaded to YouTube. Let's just start this one. They're kinda slow. And Troy Hackme reminds me not to forget it. So 2 of 2. Export. Public. Start. And then we're done with that. It should be hopping in here. The stream kinda died there. That's why it was 2. I should remind myself of that one. What? I don't think I have anything left up. This is it, right? So this is the actual thing that I got the code from. And this one seemed better, but I don't think there's any details on how to. So C++, sockets, or socket, we can say socket, transfer object. How can we send an object via socket? Yes. So my god. I saw some nice code example that I kinda lost then. So that was a very C++ way, right? extended example. That's interesting, but let's see what other ways there were, or other. Okay. It kind of looked like the same thing, right? Proper way. Yeah, that's what we want. We want the proper way. I wonder what the proper way to send. It isn't a good solution because undefined behavior. So don't look at the bad code, I guess. Sorry for not reading loud. Four gigabyte limit enough. I don't think we will send that big files, right? Or file lists that we're actually doing right now. 4 gigabyte file list would be something special. This is just for simple things. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Jason. That's my default thought. But sending binary data arrangement on both sides of the communication around similar computer architectures. Okay. I don't want to use any libraries, I want to use basic stuff. For easy is convert to JSON. Well, I'm kind of... For sending the file lists, it's one thing. But after that, we'll send any file that someone wants to copy. So we need to dig into this a bit. But let's look at this person's code. And I don't have that much time, so I'm a bit annoyed that I lost my example I had. And this one is big. Can it be here somewhere anyway? Let's actually it could have been Microsoft things that I saw. I closed. I know I. Okay. What I read is I think that there was supposed to be a way. Write your own serializer. Yeah, we could always have like a function that makes the file list. But I think there was an automatic way, and I had it before my eyes, and then I lost it, you know. Because it sends, right? It sends. Let's look at it again. So the data we send there is a buffer, and I guess it's char buffer. And then when we receive it again, in here in our test, we're just sending the message test, and it works fine. We received it on our test machine. So I can't avoid thinking base 64 too, you know, but I want to find the thing that I lost. And what if we would like base 64 a very big file? I don't think that's the best way in the world. There must be better ways. Why not just send it? For a file. Maybe it's easier for a file. Maybe I should just ignore that and just go for this one now, because this is actually something totally different. How will we send our thingy? Right? Let's look at this. Because this is what we searched for, nothing else. I'm thinking we'll always expect the file list first, right? So we don't have to say that we want the file list. It doesn't have to be anything in advance. Taking commands and things. We'll always get the file list first, and that's what we'll then assume that the next data is. I need to do a bit of movement breaks very, very much. Let's just... I can feel a little training ache. That's kind of nice. So, we could just... I can stand for a bit. So, my light's kind of squishing into my monitor. There. And that just fell out of my ear. We'll see if the cord is just pulled out. I think there's not much left there. So, moving my computer a bit. There, so that's nice. I should really stand more, right? Working. I think the brain works better too if you move about a bit. What we want to send here is it's not advanced. Let's see. Oh, this is the wrong place to scroll. We can just hop here. We want to send this. Further up. I didn't scroll far enough. We want to send this file list, and it has this format. So it's string, string, long, nothing advanced. It's not advanced. Right, I just realized we can always do the ChatGPT thing too. And I always assume its code is bad, because it usually is. And sometimes though, when it's really basic things, like this it might be able to do it. So let's copy the thing, and then it's chat, right? So C++, TCP socket. We want to send this data and also receive it the other end. Let's see if this is enough. It always does long code. I hate that. To send and receive file items directly to the target, you need to serialize the data before sending, and serialize it after sending. It's a basic example. Well, serialize function. Archive. I'm not sure this is even worth to read. I don't want long code, just text. Can it do this? As you can see, the data is very simple. Strings and longs. How would this be done in modern code? C++ code. Short answer. I think I shouldn't even try. I just get annoyed at it. O string stream for sending is string stream for receiving. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's just me being already annoyed. Then you can send and receive this byte stream over the TCP socket. And finally, deserialize. String stream that it already mentioned. I have a object. Let's say, what's it called? Well, file list. File list. It was in the what I sent it. I'm just going to copy more from the code. And function. Can I just... Let's actually Google this instead. I'll just get annoyed at it. Operate on string. But it's not a string only string. I'm going to just like delete this and let's search here instead. So send. Circuit. Non-share information. I think I'll just do something myself, but I want to use the best version, you know, of it. That's why I'm looking. So I guess I should read this kind of thing, right? Structs of ints. We have a long similar. When. Not multicast. Having problems. Let's. Oh my, yeah. Maybe we should make our own, just ignore everything. So what are they doing? It's just the annoying thing that I was actually had something, you know. Unfortunately I need to go to the bathroom again. So that sign on my door is kinda not visible when the light is off. So maybe I should put like a light there instead. So let's just not Google, let's just do it instead. So since it's here, right? This is where we need to like the file list. So this is the information we have. So it's actually here in the sending. We already know all of this because it's in our class. We have all the things. I just put this here so I remember it, you know. Sorry for being slow. So this is what we have. So this wants a like a char array, because that's what it's. So I guess that's also what we receive, right? Send, and then we have receive. This. What I really want is this message here in send. What format is it supposed to be? So format of C++ socket send. We get another one of these. Maybe we get something more informative this time. This is also a question, of course. So serialize it, send it, deserialize it. Up to you how you encode, and this is what I was thinking, but I want to know the format that we need to put it in. Okay, these are lots of links. So many different ways. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. Read different things and see what's best for you. Now we were just looking for the format though. Well, I guess chars. Which I assume are bytes, but maybe it's not always. The time of Unicode. I'm not really reading. You have to define the serialization format, serialize all the data on the other side, receive it, you serialize it. And my brain say you don't have to do it as I know there is a way to do it automatically. So I'm trying to convince it that we shouldn't care because we can't find it, you know? It thinks I'm being too inefficient. Here's an actual tip. When doing serialization, avoid doing memcopy to strike pointers. Also, when doing memcopy serialization, be explicit about copy sizes. I'll just use XML and call it a day. Do not do this. So 11:34. Let's say we just look for and go on my first thought. Okay. I mean, if you're going to use a format, why not use an... Seriously? A GIF with a and Lohman. Okay. That's what we found the first hit. So that makes that, let's see the stars. 40k. But I don't want to use anything if I don't have to. Let's see what this one says. It's not like I want to make my own either, I guess. The same one. And that's the link. Kind of slow. So this one is slower. This is still 3 years ago. Though we know exactly how our data is, and it's very simple. It's text strings and longs. So, I'm going back to this old one. Let's see, where is it? Maybe I closed it down. So hi, snart matdags gubben. I just heard my kid running in the stairs, so and he doesn't really want to knock, so I wanted to make sure he didn't want anything. And it's just 20 minutes left. Alright, I'm on the screen. I mean, it feels very stupid to include something very big when you have simple data. So I could just I just have one bit that is not a string. So I'm kind of not going to do anything like this. We could use the JSON format, but with our own code. Since it doesn't have to be general in any way, it's just file names as text. So I guess I'm closing maybe too much. This is what I wanted to close, right? This is kind of what I was looking for here. What is the data? Yeah, we're back at this one. So send. Here we'll have more information about the actual formats. So what we need here is the socket, and this is the bit that I'm interested in. The length, of course, too, but it's just... And also curious what the flags are. So the send function shall initiate transmission of a message from the specified socket to its peer. The send function shall send a message only when the socket is connected, including that the peer of a connection to the socket has been set via connect. The send, but we're using TCP, so we need a connection first. The send function takes the following argument: socket, and we have that. We have the connection. The buffer points to the buffer containing the message to send. And we need to have prepared this in a good way then. Length, specify the length in bytes. So now we have confirmed this is bytes. And then I guess we'll look at the flags. Specify the type of message transmission. Values of this argument are formatted logically ordering 0 or more of the following flags. MSG-EUR terminates a record if supported by the protocol. MSG-OB sends an out-of-band data on sockets that support out-of-band communications. Significance of an out-of-band are protocol specific. The length of the message to be sent is specifically by the length argument. If the message is too long to pass through the underlying protocol, send shall fail. Okay, so that's interesting. I guess we would want some kind of check to see that we're not exceeding some kind of limit, and then we would have to split it. And then I'm more thinking for the files. The file list will probably not be huge, though it's a recursive by default. Successful completion of call to send does not guarantee delivery of the message. It's only locally detected errors. If space is not available to send at the sending socket to hold the message to be transmitted, the socket file descriptor does not have non-blocks. Send shall block until space is available. If space is not available at the sending socket to hold the message to be transmitted, and the socket file descriptor does not have non-block send shall fail. Okay, the select and poll functions can be used to determine when it's possible to send more data. The socket in use may require the process to have appropriate privileges use the send function. And I'm a bit hungry for lunch now, actually. Return value. Upon successful completion, send shall return a number of bytes sent. Okay, this is good. This is a bit of what I was looking for. So if we need to if this thing and bool this thing, bool, and if yeah, we don't need to save it, right? If this is -1, return the number of bytes sent. So we want this to be more than 0. If it's 0, nothing was sent, which is kind of odd. Maybe not error, of course. We could check this one too, of course, but whatever. Though that would be correct. Let's fix so most of these are bool, of course. These are just setting values, so they don't return anything. And if this is, then it's bad. Let's see, no, this is good. Meaning, maybe I should change it. Because most of them, I think I have return true as a default, right? So, if we add something else in here, we want it to only return true if everything succeeds. So then it's nicer to have the return true as the default, and only if this fails we will return false. And we'll also need to change this then. So this is now for success. And I was thinking, so if it's less than 0, it's -1 probably. But 0 could be an okay length. So yeah, so if it should be -1. And I guess I have used this, you know, all over the place. Though here is saving the value too. We don't need to know how many bytes were sent, right? We just need to know it was not -1. I guess we could say equals to -1. I don't know why I'm not actually. Cool. So just to make sure, I guess. So then we will get a value returned. Here, let me send the data. And we should use this. So the send file list could fail. We won't send any files. There. And then this of course should be bool. And there, and they became okie dokie. And then we also need to return true and return false if if this is false, we'll return false. No, this is so stupid again. But actually, these are not supposed to be together, because there might be other things that fail. So that's why we have it like this. Because otherwise we could just return this, you know? So, but there will be other things first. Because this is what I have to decide. Here we have this. So let's say we have something similar here. But this size may not be enough. So we don't know that yet. So we'll have to add bits in there, I guess. And I don't know if you can do that dynamically. I don't know how they work. I don't remember. But what we're supposed to put in there. So this is not actual code, just a thought. So buffer, which might not even be the thing, right? We might just put it in here. Let's not call it buffer. So let's also make this a comment, because it's just thoughts. So char file list chars, very stupid name, but I'll go there. So, and then we have I guess we will make this a comment because it doesn't exist yet. So a new version of this, not just being a test, but sending this. Well, that's the actual thing there. And this is the data we have. So I'm curious, what functions does the vector have included? Because it might even have a serialized function, you know, and then we don't have to do anything. So if we go file list dot, because I know there was a simpler way. it's still in my brain poking there saying there's a way to do this easier. I know it. Capacity. Data. What's data? So we'll have to look into vector, because this is the whole thing. Six minutes. And I'm curious about the data function. There's our method. So direct access to the underlying storage. That's a bit raw, right? So yeah, this is what we use to add stuff. Pushback. We could, of course, also use another format. We don't even need to output a list. We could just, like, send everything at once. We can see if we don't have to create a file list and then send it. We can do it at the same time if that would be better, you know? Then we just need to know the information anyways. Because if we don't need to know the file names, we can't read them and send them. There should be a list option too. What files would be sent if I run this, right? So I'm actually going to add that. Where I have the have it somewhere else. I think it's in this. So I guess it's time to start adding something on top here. To do add non-recursive option, or rather make it an option. Add list node. To just list the files that would be sent there. I'll add more stuff later, but SB symbol network file copy. There. So, is there something I did not save here? Because we're testing. So, So I guess the first thing is to just find out how to read all the values, right? Whoop. Throw vector elements. Now it's a struct in there. Where's the darn code? Why so long? This is kind of interesting though. Print vector is here. It's just checking the size and then going through all of them like that. Yeah. So they don't have a more advanced example, I guess. Or there are several ways. Okay, so let's continue using indexing. That's not what I wanted. While okay, so that's the same, just uglier. Range based. For auto element R element. Auto element R, so this is my favorite so far. Indicates that the only way we can iterate through access another efficient method. We can iterate a vector. Here ITR is a value store in the vector that we want to traverse. If we want to update the values, we don't. So auto, this is the same thing. So why does it say it once more? I mean, auto element R, auto whatever. It's just without names. And then for each. Okay. Maybe that was just text about it. Oh my. So, avoid this site, it keeps popping up stuff. For each, our begin, our end. Const auto. Oh. Maybe this is stupid. Begin and end. I also want the most easily readable ones. This is definitely horribly more bad. So we just need the and if we want to write. We just want to read for now, but when we get it on the other end, then we wanna write. So we want both versions, both these. So let's read a bit more on this version. So it just is this tiny text. Let's learn how to use range-based for loops. So this is the for, and we can't copy it. That's very interesting. I wonder. Yeah, Control C worked fine. So why block? No, we can copy. Well. In the bool, we use the auto type to select each element present in the vector. Okay. This way, using auto allow us not to select the data type of each of the elements in the vector, but we do know the type, so we can use the type, which is makes it easier, right? This is more logical, so we don't wonder what on earth is auto. This method is not limited to printing the elements. We can use logical operations. Yeah. Okay, so they're just saying you can edit stuff in there. And then we have, as shown in the examples above, indices are not the only way we can iterate over vectors in C++. There exists another efficient method through which we can iterate a vector. The ITR is a value, but this is the same as above, so I'm just wondering why they type it twice. If we want to update the values present in the vector, we can use and symbol. Before the aim, there, ITR is the address to the value. Yeah. So let's be consistent and use the AND version, both for reading and writing, so we don't have to like think what on earth were we doing here. Here, function parameters are in C++ STL algorithms expose us to another function that can be used to iterate over. Okay, this is the next one, and this is start and callback, which annoys me by the long syntax, making it kind of easy, but this bit is kind of more complex than the other one, so I don't see the reason to complicate things. Let's, for our own oh my, by mistake I made the window tiny. Look, I can change things, but now it's just gone. So there it is. So if I Windows button down, I minimize it, which I did not mean to, but I could go to one side. Why would I want to? I'd never want to. Okay. useless information. So we know the type. It's not auto, it is file item. So okay, so this is a problem here. We can just delete this line. So and this is file in file list. So very simple. And let's do this just because. File. Right, because we need to let's see if we do file dot. Yeah, I thought so. So we want the file name. Why would we comma? Because they're not making a new line. So if you can copy, copy. And also let's put some spaces here. I hate that it's not just pluses, but we'll live with it. And I guess I don't need this. I know that I can set these. Meaning when we do it the other way around. So we could just make it as simple as having n lines as the separator, and very, very basic, you know? It doesn't have to be complex. So we can just do file path. We just want to get this started. So we can test the networking a bit more, because that's where I'm interested, you know. And this will automatically convert it, and now we're just doing this. But if we instead have a variable here, that's where I'm going. How would we do that? But let's just print them for now, and we don't need this information here anymore. We know the names of all the things. Oh well, let's keep it spaced out. And this is actually supposed to be whatever it'll be. It's supposed to be at the first, and this is kind of what we're doing here. So let's also put it here, and then we'll just send this here. And to do this in reverse, we can use our list enum files one here, and this side will be easier because we will know the size of it before, which is what kind of my problem is here. I don't know how to make something we don't know the size of and just add stuff. And I want to set it in. Just making sure that I don't push the table into my hard drive on top of my computer that I move. And I guess we've kind of passed the minute, right? Because it's 14 past. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. But we have a basic thing. The thing I need to do next is to realize how we can do this in steps. But I guess we don't need to, right? We don't need to, we just need to add it all together to a string. Like, so if we would here, I do have to go. So if we convert it here instead. So I'm thinking like string instead, and convert in send data. We'll see, because that's just a string, you know. That's how I see it, at least. An array of chars, isn't that a string? Can we just like, yeah, I'll have to Google it, and I don't have the time. So probably I won't be streaming this more today. I will be doing the like a IRL test stream, I guess, which will kinda not be so, though it's still testing, it's just not getting better. So I'm kinda looking, is there anyone online?
Avocado says,
Welcome
Fix it up,
in,
bro.
welcome in. Unfortunately, I'll have to go and make food for my kids since it's lunchtime. And then I'm driving one of them to school, so I can't stay because there's new people in here. Sorry. I'll be doing a IRL test stream a bit later. I'm just trying to realize who we should raid, because no one's really online. It's just me in here. So we've been doing coding. Let's see what they're doing. So, but what are they doing? Someone is sleeping on stream. I don't get that. So, what are these people doing? Just started? I don't know. I think I've raided them more. I don't think I've raided. Oh, let's do this one. So I'll have to kind of leave at once, unfortunately. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for helping me, and thank you for just keeping me company. That was a kind of quiet stream, and well, we did have progress, quite a lot, but we're not finished with this. So, but we did have for the first time network communication here successfully with another computer, kinda. So I'm going to go make food and eat food, and then I'll be back at about 14:05 my time. So
Too
less
Fantastic
than 2
says.
hours. It
Busy
will
on the
be...
side, but lurking.
Yeah,
Fix it
thanks.
42
No
like Fix it
problem.
42
It's
way
okay. It's
Fix it
working
42
hours.
loves.
Thank you. And bye bye bye.
That could be fun.